Coffee club, coffee club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 148. We are here in beautiful Zurich. Shirts are off. Ollie's repping the merch. What a legend. But it's a lovely evening here in Zurich. Raining this morning, but now the sun has come out for the podcast for you guys. And this is a big episode for us. This is you could say 3 years in the making, where it's like race week.
The Olympic pre-game.
1 week out.
It does not feel like race week. That's quite scary. Oh yeah, only Ollie is racing this week.
True.
Yeah, so for me it's supposed to feel like race week. So
I'm on Monday, so that's like
I'm at 11 a.m.
That's next week.
I'm at 11
a.m. as well.
11 a.m. Yared and I were talking about it and we're like, damn, that's kind of early.
Yeah,
but it was last time, so
I was
makes sense.
telling George this, that I'm going to start going to bed early because 11 a.m. these days, like in this moment, I do not feel like I'd be ready to race at 11 a.m. So I'm going to start shifting.
I heard you saying that, but then also when I left last night, you were still playing Mario Kart.
I'm on European schedule. I'm on European schedule. Do you want to say, Ollie, what's been going on between us the last 2 days?
Well, like pretty much just not going to bed.
No. Every morning, Ollie texts me, hey, I'm going to this coffee shop. And then I see the message.
I didn't want to bring up the tiff. I
see the message an hour later. I'm like, I just woke up.
I'll text him at 9 o'clock saying, hey, I'm heading to this coffee shop because I'd love to have a coffee with Morgs. And then he's like, I just woke up.
Yeah. So I've been on European schedule.
Late European schedule. It's
been different. We're going to shift now. Just so everyone does know. So Ollie, you want to say what your race dates are exactly? Just get that out of the way.
So I'm racing the 1500 meters. Which is a pretty cool event. My first round's on the 2nd. The repertoire is on the 3rd. So hopefully I'm on that, but could be. 2nd, 4th is the semi-final, and then 6th is the final. I think 9 maybe 20 for the semi, and then 8:50 for the final. 11 a.m. for the heat. Repertoire, I have no idea, not even thinking about it. Just trying to go through. I'm treating every race as a Diamond League, so.
So if you want to watch the heats in America, you're going to have to get up bloody early.
Yeah, very early.
So it's Friday, Sunday, Tuesday.
Sounds right.
Yep.
This Friday. Tomorrow if you're listening to this on.
Fuck, I didn't think about it like that.
Tomorrow I'll be racing.
That's
and
crazy.
Yared and Mario will also be racing. So shout out to the OAC boys in the 15. Very excited. Should be good.
Next up is George then.
I'm taking the track on day 4 of the Olympics, which is Monday the 5th. Monday the 5th at night. I don't have to race in the morning at all, so I'm not worrying about this transitioning.
He's on European
You're
time
staying on
still.
European time.
Yeah, I'm staying on European time. I'm at like 7:30 the first round, and then the final is the last event on the 7th. So it's a late one, like 9:30 or something.
Nice. There's some good race times.
They are nice. I bet like 7:30. That's still just like broad daylight in Europe, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there's some shade on the track by then.
Could be warm.
Maybe like half and half, but yeah.
And
Monday
then so my heats are the morning of George's final. So I'm similar to Ollie, where the heats for the 5K are like 11-ish or between 11 and 11:30, and then the final is just 10th, which I think is the last day of track, which I think is a big one. Just like same as
just
USA,
only finals.
Yeah, it's just like, and then like
Yeah.
women's. I know the women's 1500 is the same because I know Cinta said like if we both make the final, we'll be racing like 20 or 30 minutes apart from each other, which would be pretty sick. That's
insane.
That's the goal. That's the goal right there. So those are our schedules for everyone that was wondering. I don't know. The Olympics it's crazy to me. So the Olympics has already begun when we're filming this. The opening ceremony was a couple of days ago. It's so weird experiencing a normal Olympics now with like how big social media is and like, you know, in like TikTok or this YouTube, all that stuff, because it's just everywhere. Like even if you didn't want to, if you were trying to avoid the Olympics, I think it would be like almost impossible right now because every social media is just being absolutely blasted. And it was like you could say it was similar for Tokyo, except no one was there, so it was very different. This is the first one where it's like is so in your face. I don't know. You guys getting that vibe?
You have to be Amish, I think, to avoid the Olympics. You have to be Amish.
No electricity.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool though. I mean, I personally kind of try and avoid like too much getting into it. Like I just try and pick and choose like certain events, because then I don't know why. It's like for me, I don't like to like spend too much emotional energy on it. But yeah, I can't avoid it right now. And every time you turn on the TV, like I go through I don't know if you guys have tried, like you go on like the Swiss, if you go on the website of the Swiss sports channel, there's like 6 different like live stream options for all the different things that are happening at any given moment. And it's just, there's always something on that like you could be getting into.
It gets even harder once track starts, but you haven't gone yet. And so you have to like you want to watch the Olympic track, but then you're like, all right, I actually also have to run in this in a couple of days. Like,
yeah, it doesn't really
you
help.
You got to stay on the right level of emotions.
Yeah, and you already brought up that it doesn't feel like we're racing at the Olympics so soon, which I definitely also feel that way. It is. I think
it's because we're not there.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Once you get there, trust
think
me,
it'll
we're gonna feel all the energy when we get in there, I imagine. So I think
Which
Yard is heading in there as we speak.
You're tomorrow?
I'm tomorrow. He's probably going to feel the energy and the vibes. He's pretty upset that he's the first one in because he wanted to hang out with people. But I'll be in next, Mario the day after. And then the whole crew will be in there. And it'll be like a lunchtime cafeteria. We'll take our spot. We'll make sure we have our special niche little area and no one's allowed to sit with us.
Yeah.
Kind of Mean Girls vibe.
I'm almost afraid of that. Like to me that becomes like almost vacation vibes. Yeah. You know?
You're having too much fun. You gotta enjoy the experience, but also be professional.
Do people eat without like in Mexican countries?
So some people I would say are kind of against it, but if you do it, it's a real power move. It makes you look like you're really cool.
Like you know people.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing as well this time around, like with Tokyo, you were definitely not allowed to go with any other federations because of COVID. They wanted to keep us all very much in our own kind of bubbles, even with the countries. This time around, much more social, much more open with that kind of thing. So hopefully that'll be a bit nicer where people can sit with each other and not feel like they're worried about anything other than just having a good time.
I feel like we did in Budapest a little bit because a lot of us were in that same hotel, but obviously that's only running.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that we would know each other more.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I guess we were at the last Olympics, but I feel like this one's going to feel way more overwhelming in terms of the amount of people there.
100%.
I think it's going to be pretty overwhelming. And even like
Camera's gone down.
So we should have prefaced this episode.
It just gets so windy.
We'll continue recording. We should have prefaced this episode by saying that we're with a very mobile setup right now.
As in 2 mobile phones.
So we're filming on our phones. So apologies for the YouTube watchers that a gust of wind just took you guys down. But we're back. And also one thing before we get more into the Olympic stuff that we didn't even say because we just rolled right into it is thank you so much to everyone that did buy our merch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot to mention it. We've been getting some so we do get a lot of people leave really nice messages for us when they buy it, and even just buying it, the support. Thank you so much for all that. We absolutely love you guys. I think we're going to extend the sale through the weekend. So when this episode airs, you'll have 3 more days to put in an order if you want. Grab it, and then I think they'll be out to most people within like a month or so. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who has bought one or any piece of merch so far, because we really appreciate the support, and we cannot wait for a couple months down the line to see people rocking it, repping it, especially at meets. It'll have a pretty distinctive look and all that. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much.
Get those orders in. But yeah, back to the Olympics. So I think the village vibe will be, I'm a bit scared because I like to kind of get in a bubble before a race a little bit, but also there's not many races that, so I'm going in for example, I go into Paris on the 1st and I don't race till the 7th. So that's kind of too long to be in a bubble for, you know? Like normally if you're getting to a meet like literally 2 days before it, I think makes a bit more sense. But like if you think about it, if you're racing on a Saturday and it's Wednesday and you're in Boulder, you're probably not even like thinking about the race. Like maybe you've started thinking about packing, I guess. But honestly, like you would never like kind of care about like what's going on. So I guess I kind of want to bring that energy.
Keep it in routine, I think, as well. Just keep your routine, stay happy with it, enjoy, and then I feel like when you get closer to race day, you can always lock in. lock in. But there's a lot of hospitality services. I know On has one. I know Oakley has one. So that will be interesting because we'll go to those for the first time at the Olympics, where I think like for brands in particular, it's a big thing. But overall, like all those hospitality stuff that you get with the Olympics, with the IOC, it's pretty fun. Like you can get your nails done, you can get your hair done, you can.
I am thinking about getting a little
haircut,
getting nails
pre-race trim. Yeah.
Get your nails
Get them
done.
black for New Zealand.
But yeah,
That'd be kind of savage, actually.
that would be pretty sweet.
I think get black nails.
People would love that. If you did that, people would absolutely froth over that.
Yeah, they would. They love that shit.
Like that'd be pretty funny, actually.
A thirst trap right
All right,
there.
we'll pencil that in because that is the nice thing. Like
it's penciled in.
we are all going early enough to do our last workout in Paris, which means that we have, maybe a couple of days to like soak it in. Maybe go to On, go viral on social media, which Ollie is really excited about.
Yay, TikTok.
And like maybe I guess just like figure out how to get around without being lost, and then like a couple of days out, can actually
it's game time.
Get in race mode.
Yeah. I hope our building's next to Norway's. I'll just copy whatever Jingy's doing.
Hopefully he's.
And then their federation's blasting their new anthem.
Their new anthem, which I'm sure all of our listeners
Even they'll play that if Norway wins a medal. They just play that instead of the national anthem.
That should be each walkout song.
I think that's kind of the point of it, isn't it? Isn't it like their official Olympic team song?
Yeah.
I think it was like they were just singing about Norway winning a bunch of stuff. I think.
And like, did you guys watch the music video?
Yeah.
It had like all famous Norwegian Olympic moments.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I think we need to make a response to that somehow, because no joke, that song, I don't know, well, you guys, everyone, music is subjective, but to me that song was a fucking banger.
It was a banger.
They crushed it.
I just like...
if Josh Kerr made a song, we could definitely compete with that.
If you have Josh Kerr releasing model content, you now have Inge releasing like music video content. Like our sport is just going from strength to strength.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great to see all this content coming out. Who's winning the battle between modeling and producing music? It's up to you guys to decide the winning factor of those two, but
I love how much shit they both talk and how many contradictions there is in like everything they say. Like Josh Kerr, obviously, you know, he talks shit about like social media stuff, and then Jingy was the one that really came at him for. Do you guys remember? It must have been 4 months ago.
If I wanted to become an influencer, I'd have like 4 million followers.
10 million.
10 million.
I don't know. He said he'd have so many.
Yeah.
And then he's coming out with like songs and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Man, they're just having a good time.
They're just vibing it out.
It's a great time to be a part of it, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should make a song, especially if the Olympics go well for us. We'll make some like celebration song, maybe some diss tracks. That's kind of like in the YouTube world. Maybe it's a bit old now, 8 to 10 years ago. Like diss tracks were like a really big thing.
But we could bring it back.
I feel like a diss track could be more successful.
Yeah.
Just by controversy.
That's literally like, I think people on YouTube, they figured out that even like they might not actually dislike each other, but they would purposely act really mean to each other in these diss tracks because they just knew it meant views. Like it was just like amazing content. So have to speak to Inge about it. I wouldn't be, maybe Grand Slam. I bet you Carl Merber's listening to this right now and he's like, all right, got to speak to the pub, like the marketing department of Grand Slam, and they'll have a specific music diss track section.
Yeah, that's really funny. Sam Tanner just texted me like 2 days ago asking when we're going to start our fake beef to get on Grand Slam.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. It's the best way in.
Okay, but it'll be real once it happens.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Ignore that part though.
Of course. Yeah. Speaking of music, what do we think of the opening ceremony? We didn't really do a good job at watching it.
We were watching it while getting ice cream and enjoying our time.
It was like
in
4 hours long, so I don't know if is anyone really sitting down to watch that whole thing. Like it's a marathon.
Well,
but
parties
we were
stuff.
going back and forth, like trying to get each country. I actually didn't see Australia, maybe because you guys were at the start.
Did I tell you what happened? They came out before the US for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Near the end.
Yeah, we were at. I don't know if that was a mistake.
What's Australia in French?
Australia.
Because
Australie.
Does it still start with an A?
Yeah.
Because that's what I think. The countries were in alphabetical order, but in French alphabetical order.
So what's New Zealand in French?
Nouvelle-Zélande or something, like N-O instead of N-E. So we were like the last N country. Like I thought we weren't. They like went through all the N's, and I was like, oh, there's no New Zealand didn't come out because they went through N-E, and they got to the N, and then we came out. And then Uganda, which starts with the U in English, came out immediately after, because in French it starts with an O.
Oh, really?
So it was like N-O.
You know,
So that was blowing my mind. That was like so hard to figure it out.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it still starts with an A in French. But maybe it starts with a U then. Because if it was before the United States. But, okay, if we're going to get really specific though, the US in French starts with an E.
An E, yeah.
Because Etats Unis.
So they would have been way before.
So they would have been earlier.
Yeah.
So nothing is making sense now. All I know is that we were just chill, like we expected that Australia had gone long before, and then they suddenly were there.
Could it honestly be, and maybe this is incorrect, could it be the size of the athletes, maybe the pool of it? Because it seems like a lot of the
Like
bigger
how many wanted
countries
to be on
were
the-
near the end. Like a lot of the capacity of like occupancy in
Perhaps.
athletes and staff were near the end.
There were some big ones early though, like GB in Italy
Oh, yeah,
all had
you're
like
right.
400 athletes.
Those
And
were
they
some
came
big
out
ones.
early.
Maybe they just did it off boats. Maybe
But
the
like,
boats
but
they
it
had to go
definitely
back
was.
around, drop people off.
It
and
definitely
then-
was alphabetical at some points.
It definitely was
the
vaguely
weird part.
alphabetical.
I mean,
Oh,
it,
do you
it
see that?
sounds very French to me. So
Yeah,
Did
who
you see the
knows?
tough one of Luxembourg? When they showed Luxembourg on camera, every single person on the boat was facing the other way.
Really?
It's really
I
funny.
missed that.
I don't know what
Some good
happened. They were
memes.
facing like the other side.
What
of
did
the
you hear
river.
about the
Yeah, protesting.
Italian flag bearer?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
Tamberi.
was also
Tamberi
crazy.
lost his wedding ring swinging the flag way too hard because he was
Yeah.
going crazy.
He was going crazy on
Getting
camera.
too hyped in the rain.
You gotta go
It was-
look at his Instagram post. It was hilarious.
It was
Really?
absolutely pouring.
Yeah.
Like, everyone looked insanely wet.
Definitely like some great memes to come out of it. My favorite was the Assassin's Creed character. I haven't looked it up yet what that actually signified, but my favorite parts were the Assassin's Creed guy, and then also like the EDM music that was played. But then also I found it funny. I think I saw on Instagram a reel that was like someone paid like 1,600 euros for their ticket, and it like they just showed everything that they could see from it, and they just couldn't see anything. Like it was just like literally nothing from the like they paid for like a front row ticket for it, and it's just like nothing was happening there. So that was pretty devastating. But I think overall it was a pretty successful opening ceremony.
I don't know how I felt about the boats instead of the walking. It felt like the flag bearers were less
significant. for sure.
significant.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
instead of like leading your team out and like waving it and like being in front of your team, you're just also on the boat.
Yeah.
Like everyone's kind of on the boat.
They were
should have
usually
been
near the
driving
front of the
boat.
boat, but it's still everyone's like surrounding them. They're not like
Yeah.
separated. So except LeBron was holding it like he was about to like conquer the
how
sand.
they
Because
do
he's
it.
holding it like this. He didn't wave it. He just held it tight, and the wind just blew the U.S. flag. It was actually pretty cool, honestly.
I just like it because it's different, I guess.
It looked cool.
Because think about how many times people are going to walk into a stadium, and then if you have this beautiful historic river, which you know that's not going to happen every time. So I guess taking advantage of that was pretty sweet. But
If the weather was like nice too, I reckon it would look sick. I reckon the weather kind of affected it a little bit. But if it was super sunny like here it is in Zurich, it probably would have looked epic as well in a different, like, better way maybe.
Speaking of the river,
spectators.
we're just gonna bounce topics around right now. The triathlon, like warm up swim, got cancelled this morning.
I saw that.
because of the quality
It
of
was
the water.
Yeah, it was 1,200 and some limit, E. coli or something.
Wait, so
probably
what do
was
they
like
do if
800.
it's like that on race day?
Apparently they're gonna test it at 4 a.m. the morning of the race to decide.
But like,
So you're gonna go to
what's-
sleep the night before, not knowing whether or not you're swimming in the Olympics.
What's plan B?
I literally think like a duathlon.
No.
No, they
Yeah.
might use the pool and run out maybe. They might have to use the pool.
Can they do that though? That sounds
Isn't that
wild
insane?
to me. How like, I mean, how many days until the triathlon? How are they going to clean that
2
thing
or
out?
3, I don't know. I actually don't know what day it is. I think it's on Thursday or Friday.
How do you reckon they even clean it out? Do they just like get a toothbrush, go in there, scrub it?
Now they postpone it and move it somewhere else maybe.
I think the
Some
rain was
chlorine?
not good because the rain like washed a bunch of shit in there. So hopefully it doesn't rain till then.
yeah.
for
It's
the
been
triathlon's
raining.
sake?
Yeah, that's the other thing with Paris is so far. I think it's been like one day, but it's been raining every day so far. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's raining today, but lots of rain. And I guess yesterday it was kind of unfortunate because, well, there's always a lot of outdoor sports, but the time trial was on yesterday and the cycling, which is definitely one of those events which is very heavily affected
That'd be
by
terrifying.
the rain because like people are going at different times. So depending on when you go, if it's raining heavier, that really does have an impact. But
Yeah.
luckily a lot of the good people, it seemed like the medalists were still like, you know, who you would expect. So shout out to Remco getting it done. But yeah, that was a very rainy affair out there. I wouldn't mind some rain in the track though. I love racing in the rain, especially on that purple track. Have you guys seen I don't know if you guys have read on it at all, that the track is apparently like optimized to be like the fastest track ever.
They're
Yeah,
saying that.
They're saying that.
But I think the people saying that is Mondo.
The people that made
who
it.
built it. Yeah.
Well, they build every track, I guess,
Exactly.
don't they? So, do they have competition or do they have a monopoly on it? I feel like
They seem to have a bit of a monopoly.
I was gonna say, I can't think of another rival brand.
Hey,
Yeah.
whoever put in Eugene's,
that's not Mondo.
they didn't use Mondo.
That was
Interesting.
Jerry.
Jerry's tracks.
That was
Jerry's
Jerry's
track.
tracks. Yeah.
Jerry's tracks.
Seems to be quite a few world records in that one, actually, surprisingly.
True.
I don't know what are they saying? Like the purple? Is the purple fast? Or
Purple's a fast color. That's it. It's a pretty color. I think it has something to do with the hardness of it. Like the way, so some people in Discord were talking about it. Apparently a lot of Carl Lewis's world records that he set, that track that he set them on was illegally hard. So apparently there is a limit to how hard a track can be, because I think for sprinting and stuff, if you just make a track harder, I think it's faster.
it sounds like that would work.
So I think especially now, like if a track is hard, it'll be fast for sprints, and then with the new shoe technology and distance running, it's like a very good combo. Just a pretty hard track.
325
We could see it. I don't know.
after 2 rounds.
You know,
3 maybe.
3 potentially.
I hope someone like Jakub jogs the first day. I really do.
don't you think that they would get DQ'd though?
For like bad sportsmanship.
I was
or
thinking about
something?
that. Spirit of the sport, DQ.
I don't know. Then why make it so everyone goes through? I don't get
Because
it.
they want everyone to race twice.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that the 1500 is on Friday and they haven't announced how you can make the semi-final.
Really?
You don't know how to make the semi-final yet.
It's the numbers making it through isn't announced yet.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't even announced the fields yet.
Have they not either?
I reckon it's going to lead to more chaos and more falls, because no one's going to want to go to the repage, whatever it is, round. And so it'll just mean getting through the heats is more brutal than it should be to get to the semis, to get like that secured spot. It's going to mean it's going to make the heats more like chaotic, don't you think?
Yeah. I feel like we've talked about this again. I mean, like multiple times, but also if you're in like 9th at the bell and you're hurting,
Jogging. Yeah.
you may as well just
then you
like
can jog.
turn it down a little bit. Like, all right, shit, I'm coming back tomorrow.
But that depends on how many people make it out of the repercharge. Because if it's only like,
It could be really
it
slim.
could be a slim. It could be like only the winner. Who knows?
It might, like, that would honestly make sense. Like, it wouldn't be far-fetched for it to be a really small amount making it through.
Mario thinks it's going to be... What was he saying? He had a theory the other day.
3 heats of 15, 6 through, and then...
Oh, yeah, 6 more from the
6
repechage.
more from
Which
the
would be
repechage.
3 and
So it'd be 3
3
and
and
3.
3.
And then you'd go through the semi 6 and 6 normal.
Yeah, and then it would be
final
normal.
12.
Oh, that sounds very reasonable.
It's reasonable, but
It's
then you
still a
got to
lot making it
remember,
through, though.
45 of those 1500 meter athletes, I think like a lot of them can run 330.
Yeah.
So it's going to be every heat, every semi, every final can be brutal. It's going to be great TV, great watching.
It will be.
Yeah.
No, that'd be interesting. See how that plays out. I can't believe it's not announced though. That seems like something that should be done.
In the next few days, it'll probably get announced.
What's the shortest event that has the losers bracket?
200 up to 1500, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The 100 doesn't have it because they
like-
already have that,
They're like
the
the wild
prelim
card
round or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. Every other event.
Yeah. I forgot
between.
to mention this, but it happened quite a long time ago. Like when we talked about these rounds, and I think we were ragging on Seb Coe for it a bit, and Jonathan Bladder
Gallbladder.
sent me a DM saying that in fact that happens occasionally as well, but specifically defending Seb Coe and saying that he doesn't want it, but I guess the IOC are the ones that
pushed
forced
Interesting.
forced it to happen. I'm not like
To make it more inclusive or something?
yeah. So
But the Olympics, I mean,
I don't mind that for the Olympics. Because
Yeah.
But then that goes back to like, they also should just be forcing countries to send athletes then.
yeah,
If it is going to be like about inclusivity and like countries like sending people, then that makes me support, like I don't mind it if countries don't send your athletes to world champs. If that's like, if world champs is going to be like
its own thing.
the one, yeah, it's like off to the side and like, all right,
very high level.
yeah, only the best of the best, but at the Olympics, you qualify, you should go.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that the Swedish athletes that didn't make it are filing a lawsuit
Yeah.
against is it the Swedish Olympic Committee or is it Swedish Athletics? I'm not sure which one.
They're trying to get
I
Mondo
think
to
the
sign a
Olympic
petition.
Committee.
Yeah.
Was it more than just the steeplechasers?
I think it was because I think it was a group of like 6 or so.
4 of them were steeplechasers.
Yeah.
They had 4 steeplechasers qualified for the Olympics, and they picked 0.
Brutal.
That's crazy.
But I reckon it costs a lot of money to file a lawsuit against an Olympic committee.
They must know that they can win something. Surely. You wouldn't just do that because they'd be instructed by a lawyer or something saying, yeah, this is a good case.
I do feel really bad for them.
I mean, it sucks. Like, the Olympics is about, like, it is about participation more than anything, really.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, World Champs is probably about the best in the world competing against each other. Olympics is about participation, sports, you know. Olympics is also about the best in the world, but it has a more...
It's more than that.
It's more than that, yeah.
The best in the world are going to be there.
Yeah.
Regardless.
That's known.
Participation, though.
Countries,
say the fucking word.
Countries coming together and spreading love rather than hate.
Yep.
That's pretty much what Snoop said in his interviews. Did you see that?
I didn't see his interview.
I love the Snoop, and that's the best signing NBC has ever had. I swear.
They're geniuses.
What's his official role? Just hype man.
Hype man.
He's the mascot. He's the face of NBC Olympics.
Yeah. He was the second to last person to hold the torch before it got lit. It was like Snoop, and then passed it to some French guy who lit the thing. Like, that's how high he's gotten up in the world of Olympics.
He was higher than Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, that guy's achieved some things.
I don't know what Snoop has done to reach this point.
He's just the most likable. He's so likable, though. You know.
Oh yeah.
Can you think of anybody
his
that
interview
hates him?
afterwards was so good. With like,
I can't think of anybody that hates Snoop.
No
beef, nothing.
No, he's made it through. He's made it through some tough times, and now he just gets to enjoy it all.
He's basking in glory.
Yeah.
I hope he's still making the highlight videos. But I think it might just be like Kevin Hart and that other comedian this year. You said there were shorts for it.
I know Colin Jost is doing the surfing.
What do you mean doing?
He's the surfing.
Commentating?
Yeah.
Or,
he's doing the media for the surfing.
like in a serious way or in a funny way?
Probably both.
Does he know surfing?
No.
I like him though.
I like them getting comedians to do stuff because I think that's fun. That makes it fun.
Just try to make it more entertaining.
More entertaining, I think.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, the Olympics.
Good work, NBC. I guess.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
In that sense.
They must.
I don't want to give them too much credit.
Think about how much money they're spending on the Olympics. I saw that they're Tom Wang showed me that they're coming down hard on Citrus Mag. They're like not letting anyone post. Anyone who's like somewhat of like a media threat to them in any way.
We got to let Gus tore it up though. Gus is like, I don't play by your rules.
Well, we own NBC, so like
we're exempt.
We're above it, but
your donations, well, not your donations, but from the merch, we were able to buy NBC. So thank you for that.
So
Gus owns NBC now.
Yeah, but they're just coming down hard on Citrus Mag. Like they're not allowed to post. I think it was maybe even like videos from the opening ceremony.
Really?
They weren't allowed to post.
Is Chavez
Have
started
been
turning
seen
to
a
Darth
surprisingly.
Chavez? Is Chavez turning to Darth Chavez from it?
Yeah, he's about
from Citrus
Mag
to Darth
evil
Sidious.
just to get that extra power.
What about like photos from track? Normally they're like the first ones to post like so and so made it through the round or something. I wonder if they can do that kind of thing.
Maybe they have like rights to just like photographs. I don't know. We'll find out soon, I guess. But
Mitch Dyer has a credential though, so.
Mitch Dyer is going to be there. I think he's mostly working just for Australia, I believe. So that's pretty cool.
But he's got a credential, which is sick because apparently it's super hard to get. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
It can't be easy.
Nope.
So yeah, heading to Paris soon. The boys are ready to go. We've been just down here in Zurich for a little bit. Had a couple of good. You can't see it on camera, but if we look over to our right, we can see the track. It's literally across the road that we've done our last workout on last night, which was pretty good. But just in terms of the team vibes, I would say everyone is doing pretty well. Dathan's pretty happy overall. Some big workouts for the mid-D boys. Was that? Oh, that was like right. You guys went and did that workout right after we recorded last week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mid-D boys crushing a workout.
The one where Ollie thought he was going to have that one he told the Coffee Club universe about.
Yeah, and that didn't happen.
And the 8 times 600 or something, remember?
Well, Dathan was telling me there'd be a workout like that, but then it was a different workout.
Oh,
apparently Ollie had imagined it.
Yeah, I had imagined it.
What was it again?
The workout I imagined or the workout that I did?
That you imagined? Because I
it was like 8
hearing
600s at 124.
No, you said 121.
I remember
120. Well, down to probably 121.
I remember the 600 split just being like
It was like
unreal.
absurd.
It was something like crazy that like I thought he was gonna put us in, and then I wasn't allowed to do all the workout either because
The workout still was kind of crazy.
I didn't do the post workout because he got drug tested in London.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to do the whole
I didn't
workout
get to do the
because
whole
you were coming
workout.
off London.
Yeah.
That was your kind of like winning the Diamond League was your
Pettins.
kind of big final thing before the Olympics, which is a good big final thing. Are we allowed to say the splits from it? No, probably not. I guess it's not our workout to say the splits of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got to get the rights and reserves from Ritz Running,
But the mid-D boys ran an amazing workout. Us other boys ran a solid workout yesterday.
it was pretty cool to watch.
It was a pretty good workout.
I like that track.
Not quite. I love the track.
This track is sweet, actually.
It's just a really chill track.
Good vibes at that track.
Great vibes.
Surrounded by trees on all sides.
Feels very Zurich. It feels very new.
I could live here.
Yeah.
Could you live here?
Oh, definitely. Well, you have to have I feel like you have to have some sneaky like income source.
Yeah.
I don't know
We should ask Jonas about his sneaky income source.
how he's getting it done.
Yeah.
I think to live here you would need to make above, like to live here well, you would need to make above a certain threshold of money, obviously, like, which is quite high because I know rent is extremely high here and
Probably a couple
everything.
milli.
Yeah, and I think this place maybe wouldn't be as fun if you're just working all the time. But with saying that, I know that the workers' rights here are incredible.
You
So-
can take time off whenever you want.
Apparently, you get unlimited days off.
Is it paid days off or just like days off? Like you just can't get in trouble for not coming to work.
I think you get like a certain amount of work done, you're always gonna get paid. So you can do it in however way you do it. I think
Yeah.
that's like the way it's been described to me. So if you were a really good worker and you could get like a lot done, you could probably take a lot of time off.
That sounds nice. Well, who knows? Maybe if we all stay with On for long enough, and then we we'll continue to work on some great relationships within the brand, we could land ourselves some jobs that could result in us living in this beautiful city.
Yeah.
A bit of middle would help.
A medal would definitely help.
All right, well, let's go take care
Just
of
on the
that.
resume.
Yeah, that would look
There's an
good.
Olympic medal. Tick.
Let me think.
Congratulations, George. You've got the qualifications for this job. Lead engineer on running.
I'm trying to think. I can think of one, like, past retired On athlete that got an Olympic medal and they have a job at On. I'm thinking of one.
No.
Chris Thompson.
No, an On athlete who won an Olympic medal.
Oh, Nicola.
Yeah,
Nicola
and
Street.
she has a job there. So
She's a lawyer as well, though.
is she?
Yeah, she's a lawyer.
No, really.
She's got a law
But that bit
degree.
wasn't important. It was the middle.
Yeah, you should not have brought that up.
It wasn't the law degree.
Sorry.
We're screwed. We'll get the medal, then we'll go to law school. How about that? Best of just tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
But
You need to get to the lake, though.
I need to get to the lake. Well, we were going. This is so funny because we were thinking about going this evening, but the weather was meant to be shite. But now the weather's like perfect lake weather.
It really is.
But I think tomorrow we also have the evening off.
You have time tomorrow.
I think tomorrow's the day.
Yeah, so you have
Yeah,
time tomorrow.
post long run. We have like it's not a long run. It's more of a medium long run. But do you not have it, George?
Media
That
run.
means that sounds like I have to work out on my own in 2 days. Then
Yeah.
that's so sad.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing
sorry.
that together.
Apologies.
God damn it!
Didn't want to break that.
Ah,
News
that
to
really just breaking that news to me right now.
Yeah. Well, I got a chill
don't.
evening tomorrow, so I think we'll try to go to the lake, hop in there, do what Swiss people do, just have a good time.
Good vibes.
There's quite a lot of, not quite a lot. There's some nudity down there, so you
Men
love it.
allowed as well, or just women?
Anybody allowed, man.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go for it. That's my happy place right there.
Don't know what the exact rules are, but it seems to
The
be.
exact
It's
rules
encouraged.
Are, it is, yeah.
It's encouraged.
It's encouraged.
Let your body out. Let yourself be free. But yeah, I think, is there anything else for us to talk about? I think you can tell that just with us, the vibes are good. We're all very excited to head into the village. In terms of next week's episode, we are going to have Tom Wang on the ground in Paris. He might have to pick up the slack for us next week because we'll be hopefully taking care of some business. So yeah, it'll be kind of a crazy couple of weeks, or a week at least, and we'll be pretty dialed in. So we're not sure exactly what will come, but we'll try keep the episodes coming. But yeah, I think just all you guys at home, just know that we're heading into Paris with some good vibes, and we're all very excited. Go and try take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll be back after the Olympics, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the nice messages everyone sends.
Yeah, we appreciate
feel
the
very
support
supported.
Very,
so
very
much.
supported.
So thank you all. We'll go out there and we'll do you all proud.
Ripping Coffee Club on the
Yeah.
purple track.
On the Purpy track.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, so this is something that Tom had an idea for, which it doesn't exist yet, but I'm just wondering, there's probably no way we'd be allowed to do it, but he had the idea of creating Coffee Club temporary tattoos. Do you think if we had done that, we would be allowed to wear them at the Olympics? Probably not.
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
Because we're a we have
How
our
do
own
they
company.
stop you? Or
We would
They
just get
scrub it.
We would just we'd get fined probably, or the like our federations or whatever would get fined.
is that what Nick Simmons did?
Yeah, remember he had to put tape over his.
Yeah.
He made the point of like having the tattoo and then putting tape on top of it, I think, at the big meets. I think some of the small meets would let him rock it, but I'm pretty sure if he was racing at the US,
Was that run gum? Was he doing run gum?
Yeah.
he was doing run gum. Maybe initially he did, someone actually sponsored him before that. I can't remember, because I know he was trying to sell his body. I just remember that. But
Sounds like Nick Simmons.
that's a topic for another day, I guess, which we'll address that in future. But yeah,
Next Olympics, maybe.
Yeah, next Olympics. LA.
that's it. But yeah, that's it for us. I think that's episode 148. Time to go to the Olympics. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and for all the support. We love you all so very much. We'll see you on the other side. Ciao,
Thank
ciao.
you.